My name is Christine Warnke, and I live in Liberty Center. I got saved when I was 16. I thought I had a really strong relationship with the Lord. But in 2003, things just kind of changed for us. I thought the year started off bad when our dog died in February. But a month later, my dad died. And 2 months later after that, my brother Bob died unexpectedly. My husband was selling houses at the time. Everything started to fall apart. We lost our savings, we lost everything when the housing market crashed, and we lost our house, and in 2007 we had to file bankruptcy. 2008 is when it really got worse for me, because April 17th, 2008, I got a phone call about 10:30 at night that my mom had died, and that one devastated me. Little by little, when everything started to happen, when you start having bad things happen to you, sometimes your mind goes back to everything that ever happened to you, and it just piles up, one thing after another, and I felt like I was being buried alive. I didn't realize it, but I wasn't praying anymore. I didn't realize that I was getting away from the Word of God. We stopped coming to church. It had a huge effect on my whole family. When I fell away from God, my whole family fell away from God. It just doesn't affect you when you're family. What really changed is my oldest daughter graduated from high school in 2011. And that night, after the graduation party was over, I went in my bathroom, and I just fell on my knees and I cried. I cried for probably half an hour because I missed God in my life. It was the first time I really realized He wasn't there. Not that He had walked away, but I had walked away. And I bawled and I bawled and I called out to Him, and He brought me back. After I rededicated my life to the Lord, He just started doing these amazing things in our lives. And we had been renting a house in Wasion, and my in-laws came to us and they said, "Hey, we want to help you get back on your feet. Well, we're going to buy you guys a house. And then when you're back on your feet, you can purchase it from us. You just pay us rent until then." And we were like, "You're kidding, right?" But it was God. And we searched and searched for different houses. And we saw this house that was coming up for auction in Liberty Center. It was a beautiful house just beautiful. It was more of a house than we had ever lived in. And at first, my husband told me, he said, "Don't even bother looking at that. That's going to be way out of our price range." But someone that knew my brother-in-law actually knew the people that owned that house. It was an elderly couple. And when they told him what they were just hoping to get out of it, it fit our price range perfectly. So we went to this auction. There are hundreds of people all over the place the day of the auction. And I noticed Kim Tracy there walking around. He looks just, it's Pastor Tim, basically, so you can't miss that. And me and my family, we went in the house. It was me and my daughters. And we were sitting in the living room waiting for the auction to start. And I knew this is the hand of God, because out of all the people there, Connie Tracy walked in. She walked in and just started talking to us. And I had never met Connie. I had met Kim before, but I never met Connie. And she came up and just started talking to us. And we told her our story. And she just stayed beside us and prayed with us right there in front of everybody. She never left our side. And when the auction started, we got it at exactly what our budget was. It was the hand of God all the way through. And I'll never forget that, because God put them there that day to show us, to prove to us that He was there. This was in His hands, not in ours. And I'll just never forget that.